Hey, am I the asshole for not tipping my boyfriend when he delivers my food? And what got me is that the edits are on top. It cannot be a good sign when you make sure you put your edits at the top of the post. So let's dive on in. Okay, we're not. She could she can try to manipulate us into reading the edits first, but we're not going to be played like fools. Chat, we're just not going to be played by fools. We're going to do this the right way. The court is advised to dismiss the edits until we're ready for them. All right. So, my boyfriend, male 26, and I, female 26, live together, but keep our finances separate. This is mainly due to the fact that we are still a relatively new couple. We've been together for 10 months and have lived together for 2 months. Moving in after 8 months is a wild call, but okay. Our rent and bills are divided evenly. I have a pretty nice job in tech, so I make a little bit more than he does. He works a day job, but also food delivers in the evening through an app. He does it because he enjoys driving and it gives him a bit of extra money to spend on hobbies. He's building a PC at the moment. I am pregnant and sometimes too tired to cook, so I've recently started making food orders through the app. Sometimes I get a random courier and sometimes my boyfriend delivers it. When he delivers it, I don't generally tend to tip him. The last few times this has happened, he's been upset with me about it. From his perspective, I should be tipping him and giving him a little bit of the money for him. Tipping him and giving him a little bit of money for himself. The way I see it, I would be giving him money towards his PC when I'm already the one buying all the essentials for our baby. He says it's not fair because I make more than him anyway, and I would be tipping the driver if anyone else, which I would. If it was anyone else, sorry, which I would. We were arguing about it earlier, and today he told me that I don't respect him as a man. He stormed out of the apartment and then sent me a really nasty text message. In one sense, he's right, that I do make more money than him and have more spare cash at the end of every month. But lately, all of that money has been going towards baby stuff and he hasn't really contributed much. Okay. Okay. Let's... What did I just do? Let's start here. No, forget it. Let's just... She wants us to read the edits so bad. We gotta go into the edits, right? Edit. I just want to add this at the top of the post so it's clear. The delivery job is basically pocket money for my boyfriend. It's not his primary source of income. He also works a full-time job and has a decent salary. At first I was like, tip your boyfriend, but then I was like, oh, maybe don't. It's complex. There's a nuance. We'll get there. Edit 2. Adding this here because I'm getting a lot of comments asking why I don't tip my boyfriend. I have covered all the baby's essentials purchased so far, totaling almost $1,000. My boyfriend has contributed nothing. The tips I have not paid him quite equate to roughly $30. All of the money he makes from his side gig goes towards his gaming PC. I've suggested to him that he stop accepting my orders and he doesn't want to. He likes to come and check on me when he's working and it's nice to see him, but that is a choice he is making, knowing that I won't tip him. Edit 3. Okay, I'm going to bed. Thank you to everyone who commented and contributed to the discussion. I have clearly a lot to think about, but I appreciate everyone who took the time to share an opinion. Okay. So, there's a lot to unpack here. First and foremost, my gut reaction is not the asshole. My gut reaction is absolutely not the asshole. First, I think with the original post, now I get why you put the edits up top. Now I understand it. Because at first, I was kind of like, you know, you're being a little bit of a dick. I don't know. I mean, don't expect your boyfriend to drop off your food if you're not going to tip him then. But this part right here changes that entirely. The fact that she's straight up like, don't take my orders, and he's like, no. Boyfriend's the asshole. For sure. All because of this right here. Also, like, I don't know, dude, maybe, I understand, because, like, I think I would have to know how much more money she makes than him before I even, like, get into the can of worms of the whole, I've covered all the babyless essentials purchased so far. I would have to know much more about their financials than I do. Not only how much they make, but, like, the disparity between what they make. Because, like, if he's barely making enough to get by and he's using the food driving job to, like, build a PC, I don't know, and you have, like, a comfortable salary, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what the comments say. Psychotic Hottie says, everyone sucks here. This is mostly silly, but at the same time, delivery isn't worth it if you're not getting tips. Gas costs a lot. He's on the clock, and you're taking away from his earning potentials based on your relationship with someone, which, if you take the baby out of the picture, seems insane. If your parent was a waiter, you would not feel obligated to tip. Why don't you just have him pick you up food off the clock anyway? They didn't read the edits. Maybe the edits didn't exist yet. Okay, Recognition says if he knows she won't tip him, why does he keep selecting deliver to her? He can easily decline and let someone else pick up that order. The whole remove the baby thing is wild. You know what? You know what? I did just kind of glass over that. I'll give you that. That is an insane thing to say. I didn't even catch that, but you're absolutely right. That is a wild suggestion. Probably because if he declines too many times, it penalizes him, and she's frequently ordering. He is frequently having the jobs come up. It kind of puts him in a catch-22. Wait, I didn't know they got penalized for turning down deliveries. That's messed up. I'm on... Hold on, gang. We got an expert here. I'm on r/DoorDash, I'm on r/Uber, and r/Grubhub. And there's only a penalty if they turn down so many in a row. Thank God the professor was here. Thank God the professor saw us through this. Alright, what else we got? I actually do think she should tip now, though. He probably doesn't make enough to cover gas. Yeah... I don't think she's understanding that, like... Because, so, like, yes, he is taking the orders, but, like, I don't think she's understanding that by not tipping him, he's basically making nothing. He's probably breaking even at the very best. I think these comments are insane. Here's... This might be a Reddit moment. Hold on now. I think these comments are insane. No, do not tip your boyfriend you live with and are starting a family with. That is insane. In the short term, use a different app to order food. You know what? You had me in the first half. I thought this was going to be an unhinged statement in the first half. I would not accept the money if my partner tipped me when I was a server. How do you handle groceries? How do you handle other monetary stuff as a couple? You say you were a relatively new couple, but you are living together and starting a family. I cannot believe that this is the only financial decision you are not on the same page with. If you are able, there is financial counseling that can help lead you through making long-term goals and see where you're both coming from. There are workbooks you can get from the library that can help lead you through this process if he is unwilling to pay. I get you make more. Not sure how much more you make. You indicated it was not much more. If he's struggling to stay afloat financially, the issue is not your tip. I guess. You are still just taking money from him at that point. again, I don't think that's and I don't think that's enough to make her an asshole, right? I don't think that makes her the asshole in the situation. He's still choosing to take the trips. So, I don't think that makes her an asshole or anything, but I don't know. Also, I know that it's implied that your boyfriend is barely making enough to stay afloat, and you don't make that much more than him, and you're covering all the costs for the baby stuff right now. Have you considered hiring and paying a financial advisor in order to handle your assets and guide you through these troubling times into newer investments? That's a Reddit out of 10 fucking comment. Man. I think you got a lot of way worse issues than tipping. You've moved way too fast on this relationship. Now you're pregnant with a guy you barely know. You know what? That's a whole other can of worms I'm not getting into. I'm not touching that with a 30-foot pole. I think I have enough here. I think I have enough here to make a determination pretty clearly. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, for sure. Case dismissed.